I'll be going through the vocabulary for chapter 3 in Sao. So this is going to cover all of the vocabulary, including the plural forms. So in this book, without its cover, this should be on page 21. Okay, so go up to the top here. First word is ozen, and you'll notice that in Sao they have the accent mark put like this in the beginning. Let's see if I can make this just a little bit bigger even. There we go. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. So, o, right? You can see the aleph and then the cholem, o, and then the next syllable is zen, like Zen Buddhism. O zen. Right? So that is an ear, ozen. Notice that it gives you feminine singular. So this is not one that just from the form you would be able to identify as feminine singular in the sort of regular or the regularity, the pattern that we saw with the kametz hey at the end. This is a little bit different, but do remember that body parts, most all body parts, are going to be feminine. Okay. So ozen is feminine singular, and then in the it's not the plural. Notice this; they give you fd, which means feminine dual. Okay, so that would be oz. Notice the kametz is actually kametz chatuf, right? And we know this because it's in a closed, unaccented syllable. Okay, oz nayim, oznayim. That's ears. So these are my oznaim, and we'll notice this with many body parts. Oznaim, haraim, right? Ainaim, gabaim, sfataim, shinaim. That many body parts are in the dual. Don't ask me why teeth are in the dual. Perhaps because we have two sets. Shinaim. Okay, but yadaim, rosh, not dual. Oznaim. Our next word is el, which is God or God. This is sort of the generic form of the word, if you like. And then we have Elohim. Okay, which though certainly plural in form, does not express a plurality of meaning, unless you can really find something contextually that moves in that direction. Okay, so it's possible, but in most cases, not probable that we're talking about multiple deities. Then we have aim. Mother, which is feminine singular, right? And mothers are always aiming their kids at some goal or something. And again, notice feminine singular, though it's not regular, and we'll find that we have many nouns in the feminine that are not quote unquote regular. Okay, they're not going to work according to the pattern that we'd like them to. Then we have in the plural from em to imot. All right, em, imot. So that is the feminine plural, mothers, and you do see that in that case you have the plural, the feminine plural ending. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I didn't get much sleep, and I just got my baby to sleep, so it looks like I'm falling apart. So then after imot, we've got eretz, open syllable, retz, closed syllable, land, earth, country, and this is what's used in Genesis 1, right? That God created the heaven and the earth. Okay, eretz. Then we have aratzot. Now notice what happens here. If you turn to page 20, or if you just look across at page 20, that first letter, I, they say in the pro-Platonic syllable, open syllable, you have reductions from a to e, right? From the kametz or or the tzere to the shva, and other things reduce as well. So then they say gutturals, of course, prefer the composite shva, and you see that as well. So here that's the process that we're sort of going under. When you change the ending, right, and you have a shift from the old stressed syllable to the new one, the old ultima to the new, then you get this reduction. Okay, so eretz aratzot, right? And by the way, the United States is called Aratzot Habrit, the lands of the covenant. All right, interesting. Dam, dam is blood. Dam. Then we have derech, 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 open, closed. And you're going to start seeing a lot, maybe not a lot, but some of these words, right? Eretz, derech, melech. These are what we call sgolet nouns, nouns that are composed of two segols as the vowels, okay? So this is a way or road, and notice it can be masculine or feminine singular. Oh, the joys. So derech or drachim. Okay, we have cherev, cherev, another segolet noun, cherev, and this is sword. But when we go to the plural, it reduces. So we have charavot. I should say the first syllable reduces, the second one elongates. And if you want to read a long and very detailed account of why this happens, rather complicated, you can go to chapter 5 in Kutz Jasperger. It's the best explanation for an incredibly complicated process, diachronically speaking, that I've seen to date for students. So charavot, and you see that is the feminine plural ending. Wonderful. Swords, it should say, huh? I suppose. All right. Then we have yad. This is one yad, right? And you say power. Yad can be used idiomatically in quite a number of cases. So just be aware of that. That not every time you see yad is it going to be a literal hand. Excuse my rudeness there. Yad, but I can't control it. Yad, hand or power, or could have to do with other things as well. Okay, feminine singular, like a lot of the body parts, and dual would be yadaim. If you had a bunch of hands, like a stack of hands, it would be yadot, which is weird, of course. Then we have lev, heart, mind. Libot is hearts, minds. Now, what do we have here? We have an irregular ending. It is irregular, though it is masculine plural. It looks like feminine plural. Not can do about that. Sorry. Levav. So these are essentially the same word from the same root, right? Levav, levavot. Lev, libot, levav, levavot. So if you see something with lev, with lamed vet, probably what we're looking at there is something that has to do with the heart and mind. This is used often, not just literally, but figuratively as well. Mayim. Mayim is the word for water, and is dual, and that is my child, so I'm probably going to have to go here in a minute.